I just came up Webb Cove here, where I used to live. I wanted to see, I've seen it before, but today it's crazy. They've done some clearing, and I mean, you can see where the wind came over the mountain, over through that pass, and just came down and destroyed. I mean, Webb Cove looks nothing like it used to. This is just absolutely insane. Just wait till you get up here. I mean, this all used to be dense forest, and now you just see trees snapped off everywhere. So, like, I mean, this is unbelievable when you look at this and how the wind came over the mountain and just came through here. Look at that, just snapped off these trees at the top. Look at them. And so, I mean, this all used to be woods here. And look at that, everything's laid down on that side. It came through here, but the wind didn't hit right there. Wild. That all was dense woods. You couldn't even see that house back there. And so now we're coming up on the gravel part here. And I mean, look at this. This is insane. The trees are gone. I mean, there used to be just a whole forest here. Now, nothing. I mean, this is absolutely wild how it snapped off these trees. I mean, 100+ mile-an-hour winds. It's wild to see how it whips right through here and down this valley. So as we go up, you'll see more, but you used to never be able to see these two houses right here. Never. All this, same thing, never could see some of these houses. And look at the trees. I mean, you can just see everything snapped right off. And so up here, there's some trees that fell over, some old oaks. Got to be a couple 100 years old. I just pulled up to one and turned around to make this video, and it came up to the hood of my Jeep. We'll go up and check that out. But look at this. You never could see down this valley. Look at how all the trees are just pushed over. So the wind came down the mountain, came up through by Black Mountain, up to the top of the mountains, through the pass, and then down these valleys. And when the winds came down these valleys, they had some speed, and all the saturated land couldn't handle it. I mean, look, these are all oaks. Oaks. There's some pines, but I mean, look at this. This never looked like this ever. I mean, all the trees just snapped off and gone. These people were trapped up here for weeks. I mean, look at that. All those trees just snapped off. All right, let's continue our ride up here. All right, so right here's this log I was telling you about, right? Well, stump, I guess you could call it. Pull up over here real quick, and you can see, look at the size of that. I mean, it literally comes up to my fender, up to my hood whenever I can. Like, look at that. Big old white oak. So some monster trees that have been here for a long time we lost. But look at this. I mean, you never ever seen this. All the trees just snapped off. This was all just dense undergrowth. And so they got the logging trucks coming up and down here clearing all this, but a lot of this has been cleared, but you can see the angle of the wind, how it just blew everything down out there. Look at that. I mean, phenomenal. You can never see these houses either. Look at that. So it may be a little bit of a longer video, but I wanted to capture a quick run up Webb Cove from Beaver Dam to Webb Cove to the Parkway, because at the top it is just unbelievable. You can see the direction all the trees have fallen. I mean, you name it. There's all kinds of destruction up there. So again, you could never see to your left here, this direction, down that valley. And now all the trees are gone. I mean, just to think about the force. So many new power poles too. I mean, these people had no power, no water. They were literally trapped up here in these houses because, I mean, this whole road, as you can see, was impassable. Took weeks to get up here. So lot of nice houses, and it's a real nice place to live. I love living up here, but I always wondered about that because a few times we had some big storms when I was living up here, and when trees would fall, we would get stuck up here and there was no way out. And it was maddening because I felt trapped, which I was. So I hated living up here, but, you know, in those times, but I also loved it. So as you can see, I mean, it's amazing. Look, there's the forest. That's what it all looked like. That's what everything, and it's amazing how literally 100 yards away, you have trees are standing, and then you have that, which came from there. I mean, look at that. Came down the mountain and just wiped all that out. We'll do a video going back down too. Once I get the new camera for making videos for the dealership. Oh, nice little bump there. I should have a lot more stable videos and stuff like that. Right now we're just using the good old iPhone, so bear with me for the shaking and stuff. I'm trying to make sure it's clear as possible, but yeah, you can never see to the left down this mountain. But you can see some good views where you can see Cold Mountain and everything, but not like this. But look at that, the whole mountain over there is stripped bare. Landslide at the top right there, you can see. See, we'll get a better shot, but look at that. I mean, just 100 yards from each other, right there to there. Trees standing, the wind, it just wraps around and came down. I mean, the speed that that wind picked up is phenomenal. Like I said, my house, the walls were flexing, the windows were cracking. Wow, look at that. I had to stop a second. Let's get a little bit closer here. Obviously this probably, they built that back up as you can see. But, look at that. That little bitty creek, way down there, right? Turned into a flow, way up there. And it came straight down. I mean, the power of water is amazing. We've seen that with River Arts District in Asheville, right? So I always love coming here, and the view was never this good before. But I'd always go up here and reflect and catch a sunset, and you can see Cold Mountain, Pisgah, all that out that way. So beautiful area, beautiful views. I loved it, and I mean, it's a shame now, but look at that. So there's the mountain. You can see where the wind just literally came through and destroyed all that. And some of those houses that y'all seen on the news and stuff, people that were talking about being trapped up here, this is where they were trapped, and the whole forest fell around them. This is what they're talking about. And then you literally look right over here, and that's what it used to look like. Dense, thick. I mean, look at that. Trees everywhere. Hurricane damage. I mean, insane. All right, let's continue up. So you can see right there, another landslide. And just, I mean, look at that, you know? Just amazing, I think. So, let's continue up. It'll be interesting when I edit this. I might chop this here and start a second one in just a minute. Let's get to the landslide first, and then we'll make a second video. But there you go. You can see the run down the mountain where that landslide just let loose. See, look at that. Trees, no trees. So here's where the landslide down, which the road stopped it. As you can see, there's some of the remnants. Here's the other side of the slide, and There actually used to be a little road that went up there to some property that's for sale. I wondered about that because it's so steep right here. We used to go up this when I lived up this way, you know, just for fun. Look at that. And we'd four-wheel to the top of that. It wasn't steep like that, obviously, and there was a road. But I always wondered if that road, man, would just come sliding down. And sure enough, I guess all the water collected on that road and came right down the mountain here. I mean, look at that wall of debris. There's always a little curve here, but still. So yeah, we used to actually be able to four-wheel all the way up there. I wonder if the guy that does the geologist stuff has done anything on this. I'm gonna pause here for a second.